All right. Welcome. I hope the internet today is a little bit more stable compared to last week. For disclosure, so surfing yesterday, so my eyes are literally trying to close themselves right now. So if I forget any side when I'm in the class, well, your body probably gonna guide yourself into the other side anyway, just to balance it out. Definitely give your body that credit because sometimes it's just amazing that how, even though when teachers are saying something wrong or leading you into something that not providing balance to your body, but if you're just involuntarily guiding yourself into the right position, even though when I said right, but there's no right thing on the mat. Everybody's different. So to start, come into Virasana, hero pose. I forgot to mention that you're probably gonna need at least one block today. And something like a blanket or a pillow. Bring the block the lowest height between your heels and sit on that block. If you need a second one, feel free to slide another one in. Or you can bring your block. If you only have one block, you can bring the block to the medium height. And cast your gaze down, your hands on the top of your feet, on your thighs. Start softening your gaze, or even close your eyes. Release your shoulders. Which gives you the side of your neck a gentle stretch. Keep your knees parallel to each other. Start paying more attention to the sound of your breath. With your hands on the top of your thighs, you might feel even slightly spacing out between your scapulars, your shoulder blades. But only a little bit for now. Notice that how you feel about sitting here and not doing anything. Are you rushing yourself into anywhere? Are you rushing yourself into any pose? Open your mouth, take a big inhale through your mouth. Feel the air flowing into the back of your throat and exhale throughout your mouth. One more big inhale. Just act like you're surprised. And exhale, let it all out. It's almost like you're fogging a mirror after shower. Close your lips. Keep the same textures of the breath. Breathe in through your nose. Still feel the air blushing against the back of your throat. And exhale out through your nose. Big inhale through your nose. And exhale, let it out through your nose. Keep that ujjayi breath and continue a couple more rounds on your own. Press your sit bones into the block underneath you. Feeling tall by pressing into the block, but also raising the crown of your head toward the sky and releasing your shoulders away from your ears. Create a long spine here. Couple more rounds. After next round, bring your hands to prayer in front of your heart. And if it resonates with you, we'll start the class together with one sound of Om. Inhale, take a big inhale. And exhale, let everything smoothly out. One more big inhale, followed by Om. Bow your head towards your heart and slowly blink your eyes open. Keep your right hand on the top of your left knee and bring your left hand on your small back and twist to the left. Gaze through that left shoulder to the back of the room. Use the left hand, pushing tailbone down. And continue reaching tall through the crown of your head toward the sky. One more big inhale, revolve your chest towards your left. And exhale, come back to center, switch side. Left hand on the top of your right knee, right hand to your low back. Hug your right elbow toward the center and twist to the right. Use your right hand to make sure that we're not twisting from our hips. It's just a turning of our spine. Okay, through the right shoulder. One more big inhale, revolve your chest towards the right. And exhale, come back to center. Remove the block if you have it. Come sit on your bums. Extend your legs long. Shake your legs if they're kind of long, numb from sitting in the hero pose for too long. And bend your left leg in, crossed over your right leg. Matriyanasta. Bring your left hand behind you. We're going to revisit that twist, but in a different shape. Option to stay here, or you can bring your right elbow outside of your left knee. And use that resistance between the right elbow and the left thigh, pushing yourself into revolving your chest into the left direction. Flex your right foot. Pull your right toes towards you. Keep your gaze through the left shoulder. One more big inhale. And exhale, slowly come back to center. And we'll switch side. Cross your right leg over your left. Walk your right hand behind you. Flex your left foot. Option to hug your right knee with your left elbow and stay here. Option to bring your left elbow outside of your right knee. You're not leaning your back towards the back of the room. Still, your spine is reaching toward the sky. Pushing to the right hand or right fingertips if you're on them. One more big inhale. And exhale, slowly come back to center. Bring both feet close to your sit bones. And extend your arms forward. I'm gonna move a little bit back. This room is filled with plants right now, so the space is really limited. Extend your arms long. Option to stay here. You can also lift one leg, so the shin is parallel to the sky, and maybe the other. Stack your left hand on the top of the right. Keep your spine long. Gaze over, maybe the gaze to the wall and the ceiling meet. Inhale, reaching to the crown of the head, and exhale, twist to the left. Press the left elbow to the back of the room. Come back to center, and press the right to the right side. We do a couple more rounds on each side. One more round to the right side. When you come back to center, go to the left side and stay there. And pause for 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Hands hug your knees in. And rock to your back. And turn this way so you can see. Hug your knees into your chest. Give it a really nice and tight squeeze. And bring your knees over your hip joints again, shins parallel to the floor. Press your hands toward the sky, your palms toward the ceiling. So your wrist, the back of your hands and your arms are kind of in a 90 degrees. And bring your arms to the left side. And lift your shoulder blades away from the ground. Release down. And to the other side. Hug your knees into your chest. Lift your shoulder blades up. And create a connection between your left arm bone with your right thigh bone. Release back to the ground. A couple more rounds on your own. And we'll end the left side. And release. Cross your ankles. Rock back and forth. And we'll meet in table pose. In Padmanasana, make sure your wrists are right underneath your shoulders. Your hips, your knees are hips distance. Take one careful cow pose. Drop your belly, lift your tailbones up, and spread your collarbones. And exhale, round your back up. Gaze between your knees. Cat pose. Breath pace, flow between these two poses. Give some extra attention to your wrist today. Shift the weight into your hands. And when you're back to neutral next time, turn your fingertips to the sides. And we'll flow 3 rounds in this. Push into the palms. And next time when you're back to neutral, flip your palms. Your fingertips are pointing to the back. Couple more rounds, cat and cow. You might have to sacrifice a little bit range of your spine with your palms flipped. Focus more on giving attention to your wrist. Couple more rounds on this position, just because we don't usually turn our hands into this way, but it helps so much stretching our wrist. And one more fine variation, can bring the top of your right hand to the ground. It's really awkward, but we don't usually press the back of our hands. And there's so many things going on there, so it's nice to bring some attention to there too. You can do one hand and another. This is called flexion of our hands. Maybe give it a try with both hands flexed. Put your palms back. You can add some side to side stretch. And when you're back into neutral, tuck your toes, bring your hands, one hand point forward, and lift your tailbones up. We'll be in downward facing dog. Pedal through your legs, especially if this is your first down dog of yours today. Be nice to your hamstrings. Bend into one leg and another. Push into your palms. Use the press of your palms to help to press your chest towards your thigh bones. Lift your left leg up. Keep your left toes pointed toward the ground so your hips are still even. And next, pull your knee into your chest. Inhale, extend it again. And exhale, pull your left knee into your chest. One more time. And exhale, this time step it between your hands. Lower your back knee down. Open the blanket across mat if you have sensitive knee. And inhale, arms up. Come up to low lunge. Anjaneyasana. Hands down, extend your left leg. Come into half split, just one time. And pull back forward to low lunge. Arms by your ears again. And extend to the side. You can push back so your left leg is 90 degrees. And your hips are even. And from here, we're gonna take things slow. Fist your hands and turn your right arm externally. So you're turning the inside of your right arm toward the sky and turn the inside of your left arm toward the back. Just imagine that you are trying to get water out of a laundry. And we'll switch side. Turn your right arm internally and your left arm externally. Right arm toward the sky and left arm toward the ground. One more time. Extra light. Let's do one more time because I really like this. There's so many joints in our shoulders, might be the most joints compared to every other part in our body, but we don't usually pay attention to our shoulders, especially these days. Okay, last time, turn your right arm toward the ground, left arm toward the sky. Inhale, extend your arms by the sky. Maybe lower your hips toward the ground. Exhale, pull your shoulder blades together, cactus your arms. Fun stuff continues. Find some little back bend here. And turn the back of your hands toward the back of the room, which will create more and more back bend. Come back to the center and press your palms toward the front and toward the ground. So it's like you're hinging your arm just like a door. And find some mini round in your upper back. Twice more like that. Isn't it amazing that this is like so slow and small, but you're getting sweaty already? When you're back to neutral this time, and turn your cactus toward the left side. Hug your thigh bones toward the midline. And press your palms together. Rest your right elbow on the top of your left thigh. Use the press between your hands to lengthen your spine, reaching out to the crown of the head, to the front of the room. Revolve your left chest toward the sky. Gaze down, lift your back knee up. Keep hugging your thigh bones toward the center. And lightly step your right foot to meet with your left. Inhale, arms folded and up. And exhale, hand to your heart center by your side. Tadasana. Inhale, arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Left hand grab your right and side bend to the left. Come back to center. And side bend to the right. Come back to center. Come up to the balls of your feet and carefully, slowly release your palms toward the ground until you sit onto your mat again. Go to second side. You can keep your feet on the ground like you did, especially if you did that for the first round. Or you can lift your right leg up, left leg up. And stack your right hand on the top of your left and twist to the right. Pressing your right elbow to the back of the room. And back to center. Left elbow to the left of the room. Twice more on each side. When you're done with the left side next time, bring your arms to the right and pulse toward the back for 3 times. Back to center, hug your knees in to your chest and rock onto your back. Bring your shin parallel again to the floor again. Bring your knees right above your hip joints. Press your palms toward the sky. Extend your hands. Pull your knees into your chest and bring your arms to the right side. Release down. Pull knees into your chest, bring arms to the left side. Create a connection between your right upper arm bone with your left thigh bone. Release down to the ground, twice more on each side. Next time when you're down, cross your legs, maybe your right ankle with your left this time. Rock back and forth into table pose. If you got it, you can also directly jump into high plank. If you're in high plank, step your feet in so you're in a table but your knees up from the ground. Gaze slightly forward and release your knees down into table pose. 1 round of cow and a cat, Vipalasana, Madhyasana. And we'll push into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Even though this is a revisit of the pose, feel free to give yourself a moment if you want to give yourself some time for stillness here. And if this is too much on your wrist, feel free to come down to table pose or even child pose. If you try in child pose, bring the arms by your sides. And lift your right leg up. Keep pointing your right toes down toward the ground. And exhale, pull your right knee into your chest. Inhale, extend your right leg. And exhale, pull it in. One more time. Knee into your chest and step it between your hands. Lower your back knee down. Inhale, spread your collarbones, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Exhale, push your right hip back, straighten your right leg, half split. Inhale, pull back again. And bring your arms up by your ears and open your arms to the side. Fist your hands. And this time we'll start with the left hand. Start slowly, turn your left arm, the inside of the left arm toward the sky, and the inside of your right arm toward the back of the room. Just like a corkscrew. And we'll turn your left arm toward the front, and your right arm toward the ground, and up toward the sky. Couple more rounds. Really, really slow. Imagine that you rinse out, squeeze out water out of the towel that you just washed. Last time like this. And inhale, extend the arms by your ears again. Lower your pelvis down toward the ground. Next, you'll pull your elbows toward the back, squeeze your shoulder blades together, cactus your arms. Press the back of your hands towards the back of the room. Find some back bend here. Come back to neutral and press your palms toward the front and down toward the ground. Round your upper back. Inhale, come back up. And find your back bend. Press the back of your arms toward the ground. And exhale. One more round. When you're back to center, and twist to the right. Inhale, reaching to the crown of the head. Next, press your palms together. Rest your left elbow on the top of your left thigh. Right hand pushing to your left. Revolve your right chest toward the sky. Lift your back knee up, tuck your back toes, and step lightly to meet with your right. Inhale, arms forward and up. And exhale, hand to your heart center by your side, Tadasana. Stay in your Tadasana with intention, no rushing into anywhere. Create strong connection between the soles of feet and the space beneath you. Reestablish the relationship with your breath if you lost it at some point. And slowly open your eyes. We'll flow through a couple of rounds of sun salutation B. If you'd rather include some other salutation in your practice today, feel free to do so. Otherwise, inhale, sit in the chair, Uttanasana. And exhale, fold over the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen your spine, flat back, out of Uttanasana. Next, step left and right. Knees up or down. Hug your elbows towards the center. Bend your elbows. Move to Chaturanga. You can come all the way down to the ground. Hands by your chest. Inhale, lift your chest up. Extend your arms all the way straighten up into Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. And exhale, lift your tailbones up into downward facing dog. Bring your left foot to your left hand. Spin down your right foot about 45 degrees to the front of the room. Bend into your left leg. Inhale, arms up by your ears, but releasing your shoulders away from your ears. Warrior one. Pushing to the pinky edge of your right foot. And exhale, hands down. Step your left foot back. Knees up or down. Move to Vinyasa, hug your elbows in. Inhale, pull into back bend of your choice. Exhale, push into downward facing dog. Right side, step your right foot to your right hand. Spin down your left foot. Bend to right leg. Cartwheel your hands up. And exhale, hands down. Step your right foot back. Move into Vinyasa. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Find stillness in this downward facing dog. Give yourself a chance to slow down, especially if you feel like you're rushing into somewhere. Push into your hands, strong wrist. Bottom of the exhale, spin step by step, a hop to the front. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, sit into Uttanasana, chair pose. Exhale, hand to your heart center, by your side, Tadasana. That's one round. We float 2 more rounds together. Inhale, sit into chair, Uttanasana. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, all Uttanasana. Exhale, step right and left into high plank, knees up or down. Move into Chaturanga. Inhale, pull into back bend of choice, can be Bhujangasana, can be Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, push your hips up toward the sky. Step your left foot to your left hand. Spin down your right foot. Arms up by your ears. Release your shoulders down. Hands down. Step your left foot back. Move to Vinyasa. Or skip. Push directly and do downward facing dog if that's your preference today. Step your right foot to your right hand. Spin down your left foot. Arms up. And exhale, hands down. Step back into high plank. Move into Chaturanga. Back bend of choice. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Three to 5 rounds of breath here. Keep pushing to your hands, evenly spread your knuckles. Spin your biceps toward the front. Bottom for next exhale, step by step, a hop forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, sit into chair. Exhale, hand to your heart center, bell side Tadasana. One more round on your own, so you can go with your own breath pace and cultivate an ownership with your practice. Take your time, we'll meet in downward facing dog. And when you arrived in downward facing dog, step your left hand by your left. Step your right foot, left foot outside of your left hand, and your right foot outside of your right hand, or jump directly into yoga squat, Malasana. Feel free to slide a block underneath your sit bone if you need one. Especially for some people, Malasana can be really awkward. Like someone growing up eating like this, not everybody is so big fan of squatting. Press your palms together. Create a resistance between your elbows and your thigh bones. Option to stay here. You can also come into, bring your heels together and ground your arms around your legs and fold toward the front. And if you'd like to include Bakasana Crow pose in your practice today, especially if this is your first time, make sure you stand up on a block or two. Open your legs so your knees are onto your upper arm bones or even into your armpit. Your palms in front of you, shoulder with shoulder distance. Bring weight into your hands. Hug your knees in. Maybe stop, pull one heel into your sit bone and the other. Gaze slightly forward. And wherever you are, we'll meet in Hasta Padangusthasana. Hasta Padasana, hand to feet pose. So slide your palms underneath your feet and fold over the legs. Somebody call it gorilla pose. Use your toes to massage your wrist. And whenever you're ready, step off your hands, step your left and right back into high plank. You can go to one more vinyasa if you like to, or directly into downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, lift your left leg up and bring your left shin to behind your elbows. So your left knee will be to the left side, your left foot to the right side. Extend it again, twice more like that. And last time, step your left foot between your hands. Keep your right hand down on the ground while I'm freezing out my music. Keep your right hand down. You can bring your left hand onto your low back, just like the beginning of the class, and twist to the left side. And once you feel like you got the hips even, you can extend your left arm up. So from there, you have two options. You can rest your back knee down and rise up, open your arms, then untuck your back toes and stand up. Or you can directly cartwheel your arms up. Inhale, reverse. Keep hugging your thigh bones toward the midline. Now exhale, come back to center. Lower down your right knee, tap it onto the ground. Straighten your right leg. Twice more like that. And turn your arms to the side and to the right. Spin down your back heel into warrior two. Straighten your left leg. Just give it a little bit break. Reverse your warrior. Or more like reverse Trikonasana. Come back to warrior two. Left arm on, elbow onto the top of your left thigh. And extend your right arm by your right ear, side angle. Both hands down, So walk yourself to the right side, parallel your feet. Make sure your hips are in the one panel with your feet. And fold over the legs. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, bend into your left leg, Skandasana, but unlike traditional Skandasana, bring both arm bones outside of your left thigh. Create that connection between your right upper arm bone and your left thigh. Walk to the right, bend into your right leg. Same thing, both arms outside of the right leg. One more time like this. And when you're to the back of the room, turn to the back of the room. So your right leg is bent. Let me turn to this side so you can see. So you're bending into your right leg, and left leg is straight. Extend your left arm by your ear, and extend your right arm back by your right outer hip. Do not rest your chest onto your right thigh bone if you can. Now exhale, bend, shift the weight into your right foot, and start slowly. Drag your left knee into your chest and cartwheel your left arm to the back, right arm to the front, twisting to the left. And we'll reverse it slowly as possible. Extend your left leg back, carve your left arm toward the front, right arm toward the back. That's one round. Let's do it twice more. So weird to do this in a weird angle on my mat. Next time when you're back to the mat, onto your both legs, walk back to the front of the mat. Bring your arms by your ears, power lunge. And press your palms together, twisting to the left. Option to open your arms here. And lightly step your right foot to meet with your left. You're in a twisting chair. So come down to Malasana. Just watch. Sorry, this web player of Spotify has been really bad with some playlist. Anyway, come down to Malasana. So we were in twisting chair. You have two options here. You can bring your palms down in front of you and turn your knees to the right side. So your right up arm bone is against your left thigh. Hands shoulder distance, just like how we did in Bakasana, crow pose. And lift your heels, lift your hips, and start shift the weight into the upper arm bone. Keep pressing your elbows together. Side crow, Parsva Bakasana. That's one way of getting into it. Or if you're already in that twisting chair, what we just did here, you can directly bring your hands out and shift the weight into your hands. For some people, it's easier to rest your side body onto both arms like this. So one elbow to the thigh, another elbow to the hips. But try not to do that if you can, because you're sacrificing the integrity of your back. Give it a try. And when you're done, you can come back to that Hasta Padasana again, or you can just shake your hands, release some tension from the wrist. And whenever you're ready, we'll meet in downward dog. From down dog, lift your right leg up and bring your right shin bone to the front, right knee to the right elbow, right foot to the left elbow. Inhale, extend. One more time. Step your right foot between your hands. Keep your left hand down. Right hand on the top of your low back and twisting to the right side. When you feel your hips are evenly facing toward the ground, option 2, reaching up your right arm toward the sky. Just like the other side, you can lower down your back knee, come into twisting in low lunge, then lift your back knee up, or you can directly cartwheel yourself up into a twist. Rest your right hand on the back of your left thigh, reverse. Keep hugging your thigh bones toward the midline, and re-extend your arms. Tap your back knee down, and straighten your left leg. Twice more like that. Open your arms to the side, chest facing forward, and spin down your back heel. Spin yourself into Virabhadrasana 2. Straighten your front leg, and reverse into Trikonasana. Come back up. Bend into your right leg again. Rest your right elbow on the top of your right thigh. Extend your left arm by your left ear. Side angle. Keep pressing your right knee into the right side. Bending into the right leg. Pressing into the left pinky. Both hands down. And walk your hands to the left side. Parallel your feet. And fold over the ground. If you have an inversion practice here, feel free to do so. But you're already in kind of inversion by bringing your heart underneath your hips. Bend into your right leg, Skandasana, and bring both arms outside of the leg. Bend into your left. Bring both arms outside of your left leg. One more on each side. You're to the back of the room. Turn yourself to face to the back wall. Bend into your left leg. Right leg straight. Inhale, extend your right arm by your right ear. Next, extend your left arm to the back by your left outer hip. Lift your chest away from the top of your left thigh. Shift the weight into your left foot. Drag your right foot, right knee into your chest and open your arm to the right side by bringing your right arm to the back of the room and left arm to the front. Reverse this action by extend your right leg straight back, cartwheel your right arm to the front, left arm to the back. Twice more like that. Hands down, walk yourself to the front of the back to the front of the mat. Extend your arms by your ears, power lunge. And press your palms together, rest your left elbow on the top of your right thigh. Option to open your arm here. And bring your back foot lightly together with your right. And you can go into side crow, whatever way you like here. Bring your hands down outside of your right outer hip, shoulder distance. Left elbow pressed into your right thigh bone. And start shift weight into your hands. Hug your elbows toward each other. Shake your hands if you need to. And whenever you're ready, come to Bakasana. Bring the soles of feet together. And draw the soles of your feet toward your pelvis. Hands grabbing your feet, especially your toes might be a little bit cold at this moment. Use your hands to give them warmth. Sit tall. You can slide a blanket underneath your sit bones here. Drape your knees open. And fold over through your low back. Keep your spine straight. Until the moment that you cannot fold anymore, then round your upper back. Slowly come back to center. And we'll do a couple more fun things. From Bakasana, bring your left foot, left leg, just like half hero pose, what we did beginning of the class. So the right knee open to the right side, and your left foot to the back in front here. You can use your hands, find some blocks if you need it, and push yourself all up. And sit back down. Bring your left foot back together with your right, and we'll switch side. This way we'll bring more fluidity into our hips. Bring the soles of feet together. If you don't need the blocks, press your palms together. One more time on each side. And release. Extend your right leg long. Bring the sole of your left foot to the right inner thigh. Grab your right foot with your right hand. And side bend to the right. Extend your left arm by your left ear. Probably wouldn't go too deep because we didn't focus too much on our side body today. It's just nice to integrate a little bit side bend before the end of the practice. Keep pressing your chest, your left chest toward the sky. And slowly bring your the sole of your right foot into your left inner thigh and grab your left foot with your left hand and side bend to the left leg. Keep pulling your left toes towards you so you're pressing the back of the left leg toward the ground. Back to center. Roll around your neck. So, since we did so much shouldering today, I was gonna teach this last week, but it was out of time. But I'm gonna cut off something else just to demo shoulder stand if you're interested. So if you're nearby a wall, find a wall and sit towards the wall with your legs straight, noting that how far away your hips are away from the wall, and fold your mat to that point. If you have blanket, slide it into where you folded the mat to give you extra height. Like I said at the beginning of the class, shoulders have probably most joints in our body, which also makes it the most delicate place. So be nice to it. And just come sit up and just to watch. I think you should be able to see it with the camera. So lie down yourself. Your shoulders are right above the edge of the blanket. So there's kind of a slope on your neck because the back of the head is on the ground and your shoulders are on the stacked blanket. This is a nice place to be if you decide to stay here. Otherwise, bend your legs, bring them close to your hips, and extend your legs toward the sky, and use your hands to press yourself into Halasana, prow pose. You always feel free to come back down to adjust the distance of the mat away from the wall. You can stay in this plow pose, Halasana. You can also extend your legs straight, press your feet into the wall. Make sure that your hips are right above your shoulders. If your hips are like a little bit behind your shoulders, then drag the mat slightly away from the wall. If your hips are over your shoulders, then you need to bring your mat a little bit closer. In this case, let's drag it out. And your spine is going to be straight. This usually takes a long time to get this set up. It's so important if you're like the first time practicing shoulder stand, Sarvangasana. And from here, you can choose to walk 1 foot and extend that 1 foot toward the sky. And bring your hands onto your back. Press your elbows toward the center, into the ground to give you that extra support. Whenever you're ready, you can switch legs. And this is not causing anything that uncomfortable. Option to extend both legs towards the sky into Sarvangasana Shoulder Stand. To come out, bring your feet to the wall again and start walking your feet down into Halasana plow pose. And roll your low back, your mid back, your low back, your hips, your tailbone down into almost Shavasana. This is something that you can practice at home too if you got the setup right. And when you're back to the ground, hug your knees in. And bring your feet into your hands, extend your arms. Bring your knees into your armpits. Imagine someone is sitting onto your inner thighs, so which is pressing your tailbones toward the ground, but also pushing your knees into your armpit. Ananda Balasana, happy baby. And whenever you're ready, bring the soles of feet together. Extend your legs long, arms by your side. Release your shoulders into the ground. Sinking everything into the space beneath you. corner you feel like rushing towards to, knowing that it's okay to spend another 5 minutes just being here. Shavasana. You can stay here as long as you want. If you feel like to come out, stop wiggling your fingers, your toes. Gently sway your head side to side. And roll up onto your right side. Practice this transition just as careful as any other postures you practiced tonight. Use your hands to support yourself to sit up. Keep palms facing down. Sit here for a moment to welcome your natural breath coming back. Bring your palms together in front of your heart. Take a big inhale. And exhale everything out. One more big inhale. Bring your thumbs between your eyebrows to the third eye center. And bow your head towards your heart. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Hope you have a wonderful night.